Hi guys, I'm live. I just want to chat a little bit. I want to talk about my process and getting my head around getting the David Roth gig and getting my head around being able to, you know, do it well. And I want to. It's also kudos to David. So, um, uh, to me, most I think with most rock acts, you would have two dimensions to your process. You'd have, first of all, is the dimension of the guitar ability, your technical ability, the music itself, playing it, understanding it, doing it well, playing good. That's one dimension, and the other dimension is your attitude, your look, your performance, your vibe, just your presentation and things like that, and how you come off and all, and that's your two dimensions, and that's Steve I called it technique and performance. He had to balance the two, he said, and that's great. And that's most that's very important. But the thing is with David Lee Roth, it's like playing three-dimensional chess with Roth. There's a third dimension, and that's physicality and sparring, martial arts, quickness, physical agility. If you have to have that to keep up with him, either whether you're sparring with him or even probably having energy on stage with him. You can't just be you have to be quick, alert, be able to move, and he does kicks in the air and stuff. He does splits. He does things that aren't really technically musical, but they're part of his vibe and his act. And I was walking on what I'm going to call Tobacco Road, my own Tobacco Road yesterday on my walk. It wasn't named Tobacco Road, but that's what I'm calling it. And I had to get my head around that final element. Do I have my head around being able to be on that level with David Lee Roth and be with him on that level? And it was a little meditation I had to do, and it was significant. It was not just the two dimensions of musical and attitude and look. There's the martial art idea, and I had to get my head around that. And kudos, David. There's that three dimensions to his presence that you have to all be able to handle and keep up with. It's not just the two. And I appreciate being challenged. I mean, the last one about the martial, the last one I processed of the three, and very significant and important. If you don't have it all, then you're going to fall short at one point or another, even if it's not even on that one point. There's a martial arts movie. I don't remember the name of it. I don't even remember, I barely know who's in it, but he was saying something about the student wanted to see a master. And the thing is that he was already 99% there, but that's not what he was there to learn. He said, I want to go that last inch, that last just 0.01% or whatever. And that's what I want you to teach me, he said to the master. It's not the gist of it. It's not most of it. It's not almost all of it. It's that last inch. And I think that was a wise thing to hear said, and it stayed in my brain. And that's what maybe have been working on as far as the martial arts thing. That's the last inch with David Roth. It's you have it all, but now can you spar with me? and that's that last final. Without that inch, you haven't made it all the way. And I really appreciate that about you, David. That you're so every multifaceted and such good energy and challenging yourself too. You can't be the general that doesn't do what you ask your cadets to do. You have to be the general that will do that himself. You won't ask anyone to do what you haven't done yourself, but do what you've done and now keep up with me. So I appreciate that, David. And I want to do this as a shout out to you and as a I'm stating my process, and then as I was walking down Tobacco Road, I'm going to call it that. It's not Easy Street, David Lee Roth. It's not Easy Street. It was Tobacco Road, more like. I also thought of going down Tobacco Road yesterday as like a crossroads too, And it wasn't really a crossroads because I was just walking straight, but I thought about a crossroads in my mind, and I decided which way I'm going to go with it. And I think I made the right choice, and I'd like to explain that. I made a crossroads as far as just my attitude about the gig, David. I'm going to be very gracious about it to everyone, even my haters. You know, the haters have commented already, said, please don't forget us, even us haters. And I thought about that, and I thought, am I going to be a hater in return and give them back evil for evil? Or am I just going to not do that and be gracious and forgiving and loving? And I decided on the latter, as they say. I'm not gonna hate the haters in return. You guys were part of my channel. You guys were part of my energy. You are still part of my channel and part of my energy, and you helped fuel the whole thing and help fuel the whole. And I'm not gonna hate you because you were haters. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say, yeah, you guys are part of my gig. Come and join us, have fun, party with us, and I'll give you a shout out as well. And as far as David on stage and all that, I'm gonna do what it takes to make the show great. I want you to shine. I want you to do David Lee Roth, and I'm there to help that. And if you want to bring me up with you and take me up front and put your arm around me like you used to do, Eddie, and put a hat on me and say, Mr. Jimmie Wiseman, the king of the sixth string, that's great. I'll play that to the hilt. But it's your show. And I made that crossroads in my mind too. I'm not going to make it David versus Jimmie. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make it David and Jimmie. And I'm here to support you, David. I'm going to rock the world with you. And I want us all to feel good and rock out. And at the end of the day, it's your show, and I'm honored to be there. And just have fun rocking. I'm not going to have any ego or attitude with anybody. You, Billy Sheehan, the drummer. I had to clear that out of my head. I had to go do that and go, I'm going to process and consider that before I could say what I feel about it. And yeah, I'm good, David. There's no problem on my end. Let's just hang out on the bus and travel and rock out everywhere we go. It's all good. But the main reason I did this video was about the first part, the martial arts thing. And, I had to cross that plateau as well. If somehow I couldn't have done that, I would have felt incomplete, and I would have felt like I didn't measure up, and that would have shown even in the music itself. It would have shown some other way. And wow, well, it's a lot to get my head around, but I did it. I'm not saying but I did it. I have my head around the technical aspects, the music itself, the look, the rock and roll, the attitude, try to do a good performance. And also the martial arts thing. You may spar with me on stage. I got to be ready for that. I can't be up there like a dope. And if you start to just tease me and you start to spar with me, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I got to keep up with you there too. It's like three-dimensional chess. I love you guys. Peace and rock and roll.